best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
I'm in a store and I'm singing.
It's Christmas, come on guys.
Santa! First, I traveled through 7 layers of the candy cane forest. Past the sea of the twirly, swirly gumdrops.
Santa's coming.
Then I walked through the Lincoln Tunnel.
Oh my gosh. You need a hug.
I know, I'm a hot-headed Nicky Muggins. Is there sugar and syrup?
Sure, put everyone on the nice list.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Michelle.
Michaela. Caroline.
And we're the traveling family of 5. So today we're just going to sit back and we're just going to kind of talk to you guys. As most of you know, we are an American family that's just moved from the UK. So this is kind of our first Christmas back home here in America. And we just wanted to discuss the things that we miss, of course, of the UK, but maybe our favorite kind of memory of the UK. And guys, we were talking about this. We're going to narrow it down to 1 or 2 things. We have a lot of memories we could sit here and go through. I have a lot more videos that I plan on just kind of touching base through this Christmas season. So we have agreed that we are going to try to stay in our 1 or 2 category of just things that we are missing about the UK as we are rolling into the Christmas season here in America. As always, here is your verse for today. Thanks be unto God for his unspeakable gift. That alone pretty much sums up Christmas and a lot of other times, especially in my life, and that is 2 Corinthians 9:15, because without God's great gifts, one of them being Jesus, we wouldn't all be here knowing how to love each other. Let's get into this video. Let's start off.
You can go first.
Me? I'm the talker though. Okay, I'll try not to hold up the whole time of this video. Like I said, guys, I could sit here and I could reminisce about a lot of things, of it being my first time I've ever tried mince pies, or learning how, you know, the UK kind of celebrates Christmas. But anyways, we are going to go through that in another video. So if I could just sit here and think, the first thing that comes to my mind that I'm totally missing this year is Christmas markets. Those are so magical in the UK and in England particularly, and Scotland. Scotland was a very beautiful place that has Christmas markets, but the one I'm sitting here thinking about that my mind is, me and Caroline actually did a girls' day trip in Birmingham. And guys, I'll try to remember to put it in my cards up here that you can go watch that video, but it was so great. I don't know why that one was so magical, because we went to so many markets. I could sit here and tell you about all the markets. Maybe I should do that video. But that one was great. And maybe because it was just me and Caroline.
It was just big, like.
Yeah.
But there was like a variety of like different things to look at. It wasn't just like your typical like normal things you would find on Christmas. They just had like a bunch of like different things.
Well, I think also is that market is known to be a German market that is in England or in the UK. So I thought that was really nice. So you're seeing the German foods. And what was the hot chocolate that me and you loved?
It was Bailey's hot chocolate.
Bailey's hot chocolate. And then, okay guys, so as most of you know, I'm military, or we're a military family. And all I had on me, okay.
And I don't have a driver's license or anything to dictate my age. Like knows. I didn't have any of that. So
yes, and all I had was my military ID, because I didn't get, that's a whole nother story in itself. I didn't get a whole new driver's license or anything like that. And my husband quickly explained to me, Michelle, you should still have your American driver's license at all times on you. Yeah. Well, Michelle being Michelle did not. All she had was her military ID. Guys, my military ID has everything on it, my date of birth and the whole 9. But these particular companies would not take my ID.
I thought it was a fake ID, and a lot of places did think they were kind of fake.
I guess, maybe.
I guess because a lot of people aren't showing their IDs, like those
military IDs, yeah. I know. And so anyways, they would not, like they were putting a fuss up about serving us this alcohol.
We went to a different place, and they did let me have it, and they did take the ID, but it was like certain...
There was a couple right there back to back that was, and I was like, Caroline, you think we're going to try here? And of course we kept trying because we wanted to try this so bad.
And I was like, I'm old enough. It's not like I'm secretly doing it. Like I was old enough and I was legal.
In the UK, so she was old enough.
It made it okay to me.
I know. So. Well, even me, I'm definitely old enough to buy alcohol.
But they wouldn't even serve her, so that's what I was saying.
Still a great event. We tried a lot of new foods, and we tried a lot of new beverages that we had never had, and just getting to walk around with the hot chocolate. There was music playing. There was just so much going on. And then at the end,
like balloons. You can make like doggy balloons.
I know.
Walking
Yeah.
around. Those are fun.
I know. There was so many things.
Balloon animals. That's
Yes.
what it was.
So much that we just enjoyed doing. And then there was a cute little restaurant that we stopped and had lunch at. We also visited like the biggest Primark in the UK is right there in Birmingham. And I was like, Caroline, we're already here. And we had spent like 4 hours walking around the Christmas market. So I was like, hey, we still have a couple hours to waste until the bus is ready to go. Let's go into Primark. So anyways, that whole day to me was just very special. And we actually did that last Christmas. So it's still very fresh.
How long ago? I thought it was 2 Christmases ago.
No, it was just last year's Christmas that she and I did it. Really enjoyed that. There was a lot of things I could sit here and probably do a whole video and break it down for you on just the Birmingham market. Or you can go back, like I said before, and just watch us plundering around the Birmingham market. Okay, but I will let somebody else steal the spotlight.
So my probably favorite is probably the cold weather we had. It felt more Christmassy, but like I complain now. We live in Florida, and it's starting to get cooler now, and I complain about it. So I'm like, I don't understand why I'm saying the cold weather, but I guess England's weather is different than. I don't know. I guess I've lived in England way too long. Where I'm like, I finally get to get some warm weather, and then but it's cold, and then I complain about it.
With
So
England's weather, it's got rain on top of it and the wind.
Cold.
So when you add rain and wind on top of already cold, it makes it feel like you're in some ice box.
It does. Well, and I think also when you live in England, I know a lot of people give crap to the UK about their weather, but guys, it honestly does. I mean, we lived there for years. It does rain a lot. You cannot tell me differently. You can tell somebody else differently that
in
it
the
doesn't.
summer it probably doesn't, but
Right.
during like their cold months, like 9 months out of the 12, it's raining.
Yes, it went from one extreme
Yeah.
to the other. We had 9 months of kind of just colder or
And
cooler.
now we get 9 months of hot, and
Yes.
then 3 months of cold.
Yes, of the rain and the cooler, and now we've just went to 9 months of hotness. But here we are complaining again that we wish it was colder here in Florida
So
for
we can have a
Christmas.
happy
Just
New
because
Year.
Christmas is meant to be cold.
Christmas is
So
meant to be
that
cold.
was nice in England when it was at least cold for Christmas.
Yes, and most Americans think, and a lot of people in the UK probably think the same thing, is your Christmases are supposed to be white, and you've never seen a white Christmas. You just haven't really had a Christmas. So I think that definitely the coldness, and I know the UK just last week got snow.
Yeah.
So I was like, no!
And like also, England has a lot more like Christmas festivities. The States really doesn't. Like Florida really doesn't have like you can go walk around Christmas lights or you can go do this. And England was full of like Christmas markets and like Christmas activities and things like that. So it's like
And
it kind of really doesn't feel like Christmas here a little bit yet. But I think it's because we just got here. We don't really know the area too well either.
yeah.
But
And because it's not cold enough to actually feel it. Because like I feel like our house is decorated, but like I don't know, it just doesn't feel like Christmas.
yeah, it just feels like December.
does
like,
not feel like Christmas here.
Yeah, and I think that's too, like she said, it's just because we just don't know the area yet, and we have known the UK area, and especially when I was in the UK, guys, if you watch some of my other vlogs, we went out, we
would go,
explored.
go, go.
Yes, I mean, because I'm an American living overseas, and I was definitely not the American that was going to live in the box. I got out, I seen it, I tasted it, I spit it out. I was there though. I promise you, the years that we lived there, I was 100%
we were probably
trying.
never home.
No, I was 100%
Besides
trying
school,
to
that's
live
it.
the British life and just soak it up and enjoy it. So a lot of people ask me questions now, and I'm like, yeah, I can tell you about that. I've either read it, I've either studied it, or I've experienced it from living in the UK. We'll move on to Michaela's.
So my first one would probably be Winter Wonderland, which is like, oh, I forgot about that.
How'd you forget about Winter Wonderland?
It's got like ice skating and then there are rides, and it has like a little bit of like German markets inside of it, you can say. So that was nice, and we did that almost every year. It
year.
was like a tradition. We would go and do that. So that was even if we didn't play games, we would just walk around and look at all the Christmas stuff.
We went
which was
ice
really
skating
fun.
at least twice
Yes.
or 3 times out of the years we went.
Yes, and if you guys don't know, I know a lot of my British people will know, but if you're an American and you're watching this, Winter Wonderland is in London. So it's just this right there in Hyde Park. It's a big, beautiful park, and they just set up this whole festivity, this whole area in this
Rides,
park.
everything.
And one year we had done not to take over Michaela's here, but we had done carriage rides. And we actually rode through Hyde Park and rode through. So there was so many activities. Like she said, there's rides there. Different foods, of course, there. Ice skating there.
Games like fair games you can play.
Yeah, like fair games and just the whole area. That's a whole different video, guys. I would love to do just London. If you watch some of my other videos, Michelle went to London, okay? Hubby, not so much. He was like, you can take the bus and you can go bye-bye. But me and these girls, I think about every 3 months, and especially during any holiday.
We found some new activity to do in London.
We were in London, guys. Now, I'm very much, if you watch my other vlogs, also, you know that I was out in actually just England. I don't consider... There's a lot of Americans that think that the only thing that's in England is London. And guys, definitely no. I love the countryside of England is definitely where my heart is. But London, I mean, oh my goodness, it's lit up for Christmas. And like I said, that could be a whole different video. And there's so much to do there. So we definitely always did that for the holidays. It was nice.
And then seeing my boyfriend for Christmas.
Oh, romantic. Yeah, that one's got to be hard, guys, because like I said, we haven't been back but a few months, and COVID has pretty much put a stop. I know her boyfriend was supposed to come here, and we've been trying to get him here. And if funny story is, so we have all these different passports, and so Michaela has her what's called a tourist passport, and that's the one she can now travel on. And she is the only one. I got everybody's renewed before we left the UK. She's the only one that cannot get hers back. And for some reason, now we still got to fly out and of course come home because we have our military passports, and so we can go wherever we need to on those. But her actual tourist now that she would travel on back to the UK because she wouldn't be on military orders. She can't get it.
Which,
because Mama Bear doesn't want her going back to the UK anyways without me.
As believe me, what my mother says. 3 weeks ago, I think she said they processed it or something.
They are. They're still working on it.
So hopefully I get it by the end of January.
Yeah, so anyways, we definitely try to get him. And I know that's tough this year. They're sending gifts back and forth, guys.
I just received mine today.
Yes, finally. I still talk every day, guys. And
look at me, I got one here.
I'm sure one day I'm going to have a British son-in-law, and that's going to be great content for my YouTube. One day I'll be back in the UK, and you know, we'll just keep on rolling through that. But for right now, we're just going to sit here and talk about Christmas here in Florida. But she's missing him. And I think Christmas Day, you guys are supposed to call each other and...
Yeah, open gifts over the phone.
Yeah.
Because I sent him and his family stuff. And then I think his and his family sent me stuff. So we're just going to FaceTime and exchange our gifts over FaceTime. Or just like open them, not really exchange them. But...
And last year, guys, I know I've been posting a lot on my Instagram. Like, last year, he was at our house a lot. Like, for
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, we done our Minute to Win It game. And I think that's the first time we'd ever played it. So, you know, guys, he's coming into Michelle's house that's full on American crazy and got all these games. And he's like, what are we doing? And did he come over Christmas? Because I forget. One time, oh, yeah, guys, me and him are head to head. We love each other the same, but we love to butt heads because he wants to tell me a British way and I'm going to tell him the American way. And we're both stubborn. But we do meet in the middle. And we laugh about it the whole time. But he was picking on my breakfast about bacon. What was he there for Christmas morning? It was Christmas morning.
Was it?
I'm thinking so. So
it might have been Christmas Day he came over.
But I was fixing breakfast, so it had to be early.
I think you're making waffles, like Christmas waffles, like you normally do.
Yeah.
I probably had like bacon and eggs on the side. Because their guys' bacon is different compared to our bacon.
I know, and well, he was joking.
Canadian ham and then normal bacon.
Yeah, and I was cooking it in the frying pan, and he's like, "What's going on, Michelle? Like, what is cooking?" And I forget, guys. You know, because we lived in the UK so long, I just feel natural there. And even like when I shared my tea with you guys, it's just natural me being who I am. But he was like, what in the world is going on in this kitchen? So it was just kind of cute. And I was like, you ain't never seen breakfast cooked?
He's like, I love American bacon.
Yeah, and he's like, well, it's streaky bacon. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's just bacon. But whatever.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, so anyways, guys, I know he was around a lot. And he will be missed this year for Christmas.
And New Year's Eve.
And New Year's Eve. But hopefully soon you'll see him back on our camera with us. I mean, him will be going to head-to-head things we like to do. We got to get him to open up more on camera. He gets shy. You guys don't know. If you've watched some of me and Jacob, Jacob's all like, well, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. It's so cute. And I'm like, nah, just be honest. You can't get him to be honest on camera. He just goes so polite around and I'm just blurting out whatever. So anyways, but it's fun. We just kind of wanted to touch base. I know this is more of just like a sit down. Like I said, we didn't really want to compare things in this video. Don't worry, we have some comparison videos going up. And guys, it's never really that I'm trying to compare the UK to America.
It's just what's the same you do in both countries, but different ways on how you do them.
Yeah, and so that word would be comparing if you look it up in the dictionary. But honestly, I'm not saying, and I'm never going to say one is better than the other, because like I said, I could honestly sit here. There probably will be a part 2 to this video. I can sit down and tell you a lot of traditions that I'm going to miss in the UK this year. So one is never better than the other, and there's things that I definitely missed about the American one when I was in the UK. So it's just a Southern girl torn between 2 countries. I don't know. Maybe that'll be my new catchphrase. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned to see what we'll do next. Bye!